As we move through life, reaching the age of 55 and beyond, a special time opens up for us. This phase isn't about rushing, achieving, or worrying. It's about something more peaceful, something more meaningful, slowing down. It's a time to enjoy the simple things in life, to focus on what truly matters, and to appreciate the small joys around us. When we talk about slow life, we're talking about living at a gentler pace. This doesn't mean we stop doing what we love or give up on staying active. Rather, it means choosing moments of calm, appreciating the world in a new way, and taking care of ourselves in ways we might not have thought about before. For many people in their 50s, 60s, or 70s, slowing down also means making choices that bring happiness and peace rather than stress. And part of that choice can mean spending less, both financially and emotionally. Letting go of the need to own more, spend more, and want more can open up space for something even more precious: contentment. Slowing down means taking a pause. It means choosing a pace that suits you, rather than the fast, hectic pace that the world around us sometimes pushes. For many years, we may have been busy with work, raising families, or managing responsibilities. Now it's time to take a break from that rush. When we slow down, we give ourselves permission to breathe deeply, to notice the world around us, and to enjoy the present moment. We're not in a hurry anymore, and that's a gift. We can start our mornings calmly without rushing out the door. We can take a walk and really see the trees, the flowers, and the people around us. Slowing down also means being gentle with ourselves. It's natural that as we get older, our bodies might not be as fast as they once were, and that's okay. We don't have to do everything we used to, and we don't have to prove anything to anyone. Instead, we can appreciate the beauty of aging and treat our bodies and minds with kindness. In this stage of life, slowing down means we focus more on quality than quantity. We choose activities that we love, and we take time to enjoy them. Whether it's gardening, reading, painting, or even just sitting quietly and listening to music, slowing down allows us to experience life with more depth and joy. When we talk about spending less, it's not just about money, it's about simplifying life. We've accumulated so much over the years: belongings, responsibilities, and sometimes even worries. Spending less means letting go of the things that no longer bring us joy or value. For many people, this means being mindful of how we spend our money. Instead of buying new things, we can focus on enjoying what we already have. Perhaps there's a favorite chair where you love to sit with a good book, or a cozy blanket that brings warmth on a chilly evening. The things we have around us don't have to be new or fancy to make us happy. Often, it's the familiar things that bring the most comfort. Spending less also means we stop comparing ourselves to others. We don't need to keep up with the latest trends or try to impress anyone. We can live in a way that feels right for us, with no need to chase after what society says we should have. This freedom can bring a wonderful sense of peace. When we talk about slowing down and spending less, what we're really doing is making space for simple joys. These are the small, everyday moments that fill our lives with happiness and peace. Sometimes we're so busy that we overlook them. But as we age, we can begin to rediscover these simple pleasures. One simple joy can be found in nature. Taking a quiet walk in a nearby park, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face, listening to the birds, or watching the clouds move slowly across the sky, these moments are precious. They don't cost anything, and yet they can fill us with calm and contentment. Nature reminds us of the beauty of life, the changes of the seasons, and the peacefulness that can be found when we take time to notice. Another joy can be found in time spent with loved ones. Whether it's a quiet afternoon with a close friend, a family meal, or a phone call with a loved one, these connections matter deeply. We don't need grand events or big gatherings to feel close to people. Instead, it's often the simple, heartfelt conversations that make us feel truly connected. Reading a book, cooking a meal, working on a hobby, these are also simple joys that enrich our lives. When we slow down, we have more time to enjoy these activities. We don't have to rush through them. We can savor each step, each page, and each moment. In this way, our days can feel fuller, not because of more things, but because of more meaning. As we age, we naturally start to think about the things we truly need and the things we can let go of. This isn't just about objects or material things. It's also about letting go of certain ideas, expectations, or worries that may have followed us throughout our lives. Letting go can bring a wonderful sense of freedom. We might have spent years working hard, pushing ourselves to meet goals, and taking on many responsibilities. But now, we can let go of some of these pressures. We can allow ourselves to live more freely, without the weight of expectation. Letting go can also mean learning to forgive and to be gentle with ourselves. There may have been times in our lives when we made mistakes or didn't live up to our own expectations. That's normal. Everyone has these moments. Now is the time to let go of any lingering regrets. By being kind to ourselves, we make space for more joy and peace in our hearts. In a physical sense, letting go can mean simplifying our homes and surroundings. Over the years, we gather many things: clothes, furniture, keepsakes. Some of these things bring us happiness, but some may simply take up space. Letting go of what we don't need can make our homes feel lighter and more comfortable. And when our surroundings are peaceful, it often helps our minds feel more peaceful too. One of the most beautiful things about slowing down is that it gives us the gift of time. Time to reflect, to enjoy, and to simply be. We often hear people say, "Time is precious," and as we grow older, we start to feel this truth deeply. This is a stage in life when we can choose to spend our time in ways that truly nourish us. We don't need to fill every minute with activities or plans. Instead, we can allow for moments of stillness. We can sit quietly, sip a cup of tea, watch the birds outside, or simply breathe. These quiet moments can be deeply fulfilling, and they allow us to connect with ourselves and the world in a gentle, meaningful way. With this gift of time, we can also reflect on the journey we've traveled. We can remember the experiences that have shaped us, the people we've loved, and the lessons we've learned. This reflection can bring a sense of gratitude and peace. We realize that, while the future may be unknown, we carry with us a lifetime of memories and wisdom. When we slow down, we often find we have more time to explore our personal interests and passions. Over the years, we may have set aside hobbies or dreams as we focused on work or family. But now, we have the chance to revisit these interests or discover new ones. Perhaps you always enjoyed painting but never had time to pursue it. Or maybe you loved gardening, cooking, or writing but couldn't find the time or energy to do it fully. Now is a wonderful time to reconnect with these activities. Doing something simply because it brings us joy is one of the best parts of this stage in life. Rediscovering personal interests isn't about being perfect or achieving something big. It's about the simple pleasure of creating, exploring, and learning. It's about letting ourselves enjoy something without judgment or pressure. When we engage in activities we love, we feel more connected to ourselves, and this brings a quiet joy that fills our days. Contentment is a quiet, lasting kind of happiness. It's different from the excitement we feel from big achievements or new things. Contentment is about feeling satisfied with what we have right now in this moment. For many people in their 50s, 60s, or 70s, learning to embrace contentment can be one of the most fulfilling parts of life. Contentment often starts with gratitude. When we take a moment to reflect on the good things in our lives, even the smallest things, we start to feel a sense of peace. Maybe it's the sound of a favorite song, the warmth of a morning sunbeam, or the laughter of a grandchild. By paying attention to these small moments, we begin to see how much happiness there is in our lives already. Finding contentment also means letting go of the constant desire for more. We live in a world that often encourages us to want more, to buy more, do more, achieve more. But now, in this stage of life, we have the freedom to choose a different path. We can say, "What I have is enough." This doesn't mean we stop dreaming or hoping, but rather, it means we appreciate the blessings that are here today. Contentment doesn't require us to be perfect or to have everything we once thought we needed. It's about accepting life as it is, with all its ups and downs, and choosing to see the good in it. When we find contentment, we find a gentle, lasting happiness that comes from within. At this stage of life, relationships often become even more precious. We've come to understand that the people we love and the connections we share are more valuable than any material thing. Relationships bring us joy, support, and a sense of belonging. They remind us that we are not alone on this journey. Nurturing relationships doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as spending time together, sharing a meal, or having a good conversation. The most meaningful relationships are often built on kindness, understanding, and genuine interest in each other's lives. We don't need to fill these moments with activities or entertainment. Just being present with each other is enough. It's also important to remember that relationships change over time. Friends may come and go, family members may move or grow, and new people may come into our lives. Embracing these changes and being open to new connections can bring unexpected joy. Whether it's forming a close friendship with a neighbor or reconnecting with an old friend, these relationships enrich our lives. Letting go of difficult relationships can also be part of nurturing a peaceful life. If there are relationships that bring stress or negativity, we don't have to hold on to them out of obligation. Sometimes, choosing peace means setting healthy boundaries or gently stepping back from relationships that don't serve us anymore. As we age, taking care of ourselves becomes more important. Our bodies might not be as strong or as quick as they once were, but they still deserve love, care, and respect. Practicing self-care isn't about following strict routines or rules. It's about listening to what our bodies need and treating ourselves with kindness. Self-care can be simple and gentle. It might mean getting enough rest, taking a daily walk, or eating foods that nourish us. For some, it might mean taking time to stretch or practice gentle movements that keep the body flexible and comfortable. Listening to our bodies helps us stay in tune with what feels good and what doesn't. Taking care of our minds is just as important. This might mean setting aside quiet time for ourselves each day, meditating, or practicing gratitude. It could also mean enjoying a hobby that relaxes us, or spending time with people who make us feel happy. Self-care isn't selfish. It's a way of making sure we have the energy, health, and peace to enjoy our lives. It's also okay to ask for help. Sometimes, taking care of ourselves means reaching out for support, whether from family, friends, or healthcare professionals. This support can make a big difference in how we feel and in how we approach each day. By valuing our well-being, we're choosing to make our lives richer, healthier, and happier. As we slow down, we have the freedom to create a routine that suits us, rather than following a schedule set by others. This flexibility can be incredibly freeing. We no longer need to rush from task to task, meeting deadlines or sticking to a strict timetable. Instead, we can design our days in a way that brings us joy and comfort. A flexible routine might mean starting the day with a few moments of calm. Maybe it's enjoying a cup of tea or coffee, reading, or simply sitting quietly and letting the day unfold slowly. It might mean planning activities that we look forward to, like a morning walk, time spent gardening, or catching up with a friend in the afternoon. The beauty of a flexible routine is that we can adjust it as we wish. If we feel energetic, we might take on a small project or explore a new hobby. If we feel tired, we can take it easy and rest. There's no rush and no pressure. By creating a routine that flows with our own rhythm, we add a sense of balance and calm to our lives. In our younger years, meaning often came from big goals, building a career, raising a family, or striving for certain accomplishments. But as we enter this slower, quieter stage of life, meaning can be found in the small, everyday moments. We no longer have to chase after something grand or extraordinary to feel fulfilled. Instead, we can find purpose in the simple act of living mindfully each day. Finding meaning might be as simple as enjoying a sunrise, caring for a pet, or tending to a small garden. These actions may seem ordinary, but they are full of life and purpose. Each day, we have opportunities to care for ourselves and those around us, to show kindness, and to appreciate what we already have. Many people also find meaning in learning new things. This doesn't have to be anything formal or challenging. It could be trying a new recipe, reading about a topic of interest, or even learning a few words in a new language. This keeps our minds active and gives us a gentle sense of purpose. Life can feel richer and more fulfilling when we remain curious and open to discovery, no matter how small. Ultimately, meaning doesn't come from what we do, but from how we do it. When we approach each day with care and gratitude, even the simplest moments become meaningful. This quiet purpose is something we carry within us, and it's something that grows stronger as we learn to slow down and appreciate life as it is. At this stage of life, we have a wealth of knowledge and experience that we can share with others. Giving back doesn't have to be about grand gestures or significant time commitments. It can be as simple as sharing our wisdom and kindness with those around us. Sometimes the greatest gift we can give is our presence and understanding. Sharing stories and life lessons with younger generations is one way to give back. Many younger people are eager to learn from those who have lived longer, who have experienced the ups and downs of life, and who have insights that only time can bring. You might choose to write down some of your memories or share stories with your family. These stories are valuable. They help to preserve family history and remind loved ones of the strength and wisdom that came before them. Volunteering, even in small ways, can also be incredibly rewarding. Whether it's helping at a local community center, supporting a cause you care about, or simply being there for someone in need, these acts of kindness create a sense of connection and purpose. Giving back doesn't have to take up much time or energy. It's the thought and the heart behind it that make it meaningful. This stage in life is a time when we can offer guidance, empathy, and understanding to others. By doing so, we not only enrich their lives, but we also feel a renewed sense of purpose in our own. As we age, we carry with us a lifetime of memories, moments of joy, love, learning, and growth. These memories are treasures that we can revisit anytime. Taking time to reflect on the past can bring a sense of peace and gratitude, reminding us of all we've experienced and how far we've come. Cherishing memories can be a soothing, comforting part of daily life. Sometimes, just looking at old photographs, letters, or mementos can bring back warm feelings and familiar faces. These moments may bring nostalgia, a bittersweet feeling that reminds us of the beauty of past experiences. Embracing nostalgia isn't about longing for what once was. It's about appreciating the journey we've traveled and the people who have touched our lives. For some, writing down memories in a journal can be a wonderful way to preserve these moments. This doesn't have to be a big project. Even a few sentences or short stories can create a beautiful record of life's journey. This can also be a way to pass down stories to loved ones, creating a legacy that future generations can cherish. Embracing our memories helps us to see life as a whole, a tapestry woven from countless small moments and experiences. This reflection can bring a sense of peace and fulfillment as we recognize the beauty in both the past and the present. In this slower phase of life, community can play an essential role. Having a sense of connection with others, even in small ways, enriches our lives and brings joy to our days. Community doesn't have to mean large gatherings or events. It can be as simple as having familiar faces to greet, a neighbor to share a cup of tea with, or a group of friends to join for regular conversations. For many people, community can be found in local groups, faith communities, or clubs that share similar interests. Book clubs, walking groups, or art classes are wonderful ways to meet others who enjoy the same activities. These connections can bring friendship and companionship, reminding us that we're part of something larger than ourselves. Even if we prefer quiet time alone, we can still feel connected by reaching out to others in small ways. A phone call, a note, or a quick visit can go a long way in making us feel closer to others. Connecting with people who share our interests, values, or backgrounds can also bring a sense of belonging and shared experience. Community is not just about being around people. It's about feeling understood, supported, and included. When we nurture these connections, we build a network of warmth and care that enriches our lives and gives us strength. At this stage in life, one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is peace of mind. We've spent so much of life working, planning, and sometimes worrying. Now, it's time to allow ourselves to let go of some of those worries and find peace in the present moment. Letting go of worry doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing not to let them control us. Many of the things we once worried about no longer have the same importance. We start to see that some worries are just thoughts that come and go, and we don't need to hold on to them. We can focus on what truly matters and find comfort in knowing we've done our best. Practices like mindfulness and deep breathing can help us find calm in the moment. Taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, breathe, and let go of any tension can create a sense of calm that lasts. Sometimes it's as simple as focusing on the sound of our breath or the feel of the air around us. These small moments of peace can bring comfort and help us feel centered. Embracing peace means accepting life as it is, with its uncertainties and changes. It's about trusting that we have the strength and wisdom to face whatever comes. When we let go of worry and live with a sense of calm, we make space for more joy, more gratitude, and more love in our lives. As we move through our 55 to 75 years, we find ourselves reflecting on a rich tapestry woven from countless experiences, lessons learned, and cherished moments. Each year has contributed to who we are today, shaping our perspectives and enriching our lives. It's important to celebrate this journey, not just the milestones, but the small victories, the quiet moments, and the simple joys that have defined our paths. Celebrating life at this age means honoring our stories and the paths we've taken. We can take pride in the challenges we've overcome and the wisdom we've gained along the way. Each wrinkle, each gray hair, tells a story of resilience and grace. These are not signs of aging, they are badges of a life fully lived. In this stage of life, we also have the opportunity to embrace the freedom that comes from letting go of what no longer serves us. We can choose to live authentically, following our hearts rather than societal expectations. This is a time to explore what truly brings us joy and fulfillment, allowing ourselves to dream again, even if those dreams look different than they once did. As we embrace a slower life, we begin to live more fully in the present moment. This is where life unfolds. In the laughter of a loved one, the beauty of a sunset, the warmth of a gentle breeze. It's in these moments that we find connection, peace, and deep happiness. Learning to appreciate the present can be transformative. We realize that happiness isn't something we need to chase. It's right here, waiting for us to notice it. Whether it's enjoying a simple meal, watching children play, or relishing a moment of quiet solitude, these experiences hold the potential to fill our hearts with joy. As we come to the end of this reflection, I invite you to embrace this beautiful chapter of life with open arms. It's a time for growth, for reflection, and for celebrating the richness of experiences. We have the power to shape our days, to fill them with meaning and love, and to connect deeply with ourselves and those around us. Let us remember that it's never too late to embrace change, to find new passions, and to create new memories. The world still has so much to offer, and we can choose to engage with it on our terms. Whether we choose to spend our days quietly, in the company of loved ones, or exploring new adventures, each choice can lead us to deeper fulfillment. In the years ahead, let us move forward with gratitude in our hearts, cherishing every moment. As we embrace the journey, we can inspire those around us with our stories of love, resilience, and joy. Together, we can create a legacy that celebrates life in all its forms, one filled with kindness, laughter, and the simple pleasures that make each day a gift. So here's to the beauty of slowing down, to the joy of living simply, and to the deep happiness that comes from appreciating every single moment. This is your time to shine, to share your light, and to enjoy the wonderful adventure of life as you enter this remarkable stage.